Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Raven Lenore. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about my experience running my first 5K, not 10K, 5K, and I'm very excited about it. Yay! So anyway, I'm going to tell you how I prepared myself for it and how I did, I guess, if they don't have pocket. Okay, I guess gotta save her life though. Okay, anyway. So this is how the timeline went for my 5K. So a lot of times you hear like, you know, you have the apps that's like 5K, from couch to 5K, or training programs to 5K and all that good stuff. But did Raven use that? No, I did not. So on Wednesday I was like, hey, I should run a 5K. On Thursday I researched some 5Ks that was going on in my area. On Friday, actually no, Thursday I signed up for the 5K. Friday picked up my packet to run the 5K. And on Saturday I ran the 5K and I was pretty excited. Now I must preface this by saying, yes, I do work out. I go to the gym at least 5 times a week, and I do weight training with some cardio. I've been doing a lot of cycling using my Peloton app, which I will talk about in another video because I'm loving that app. But anyway, that was the timeline leading up to me doing it. So I'm going to talk about my experience, what happened, what I expected to happen, what really happened, and how much I liked it. So anyway, long story short, I got there. I thought like my whole family was gonna come, but it started like 8 o'clock and everyone didn't get up. It was a Saturday, so I just left. My mom and my grandfather wound up showing up, which was very surprising. I thought they would have been like, oh, we can't make it, it's too early, but they showed up. I didn't know they were there until after the whole race. But so when I got there, since I already picked up my packet, I warmed up. Like I just walked up in the parking lot. I was kind of lost. I was just basically doing everything I saw everyone else doing. So I was there by myself. I used my AirPods and my phone in my hand. I did not have one of those cuffs to put my phone on my arm, so that was like mistake number one. Yeah, so I just walked up and down. About 10 minutes into the race, they called everyone over to the area to the start line. I went all the way to the back. I was like, I don't want any extra attention. I just want to be like in the back. So I went like towards the back of the crowd and I started out back there and I just followed everyone else. So they did the national anthem and they said mark, set, go, or whatever. I think it was a bullhorn. I don't know what the heck it was. And we started running and yeah, I ran. This has been the longest I have ever ran in my life. Usually when I'm by myself or on a treadmill, I'll run, but then I'll stop because I feel like I can't do it anymore. But I don't know if it's because I was around other people, but it just motivated me and pushed me to keep running. So I was able to run the entire thing, which was awesome. When I got to, they have on the way on the 5K or any other races, I guess, they have like markers. So they had like a display telling you like this is mile 1 and this is the time. So when I saw that, I was like, oh snap. So I started running a little faster because I wanted it to be like a better time. So I believe I completed my first mile at about 12 minutes and 15 seconds. I did not go into this race for competition reasons or to see how fast I could do it. At the end of it though, I was like, oh my goodness, like I should have, because I had no idea that they give you this little number thing that you wear on you, and it has a little sensor in it and it tracks your time while you're running. I didn't know that, and I'm glad I didn't. I went into it just like, I want to do that, so I'm going to do it. So yeah, by mile 2 for me is where I was like, okay, I see why people do this. By mile 2 I could see the finish line, not the actual finish line, but I was like, oh, this is mile 2, like I'm almost done, because mile 1 didn't take me long. And then you start seeing everybody. I love the community. I love people like rooting you on and smiling at you. There were kids there and it was fun, and it was really, and you had like people of all ages. I mean, I believe the youngest person that participated was 3 years old. The oldest person that participated, from what I saw, was 75, and these were people were running. They were not walking. Like, of course some were walking, but these people like that were up in age were running. So that was pretty cool. So anyway, they had 2 water stops. I took water on my first stop. I probably should have got water the second stop, but I didn't. I was almost there, so I was like, I don't need any water, I'm good. I was running, and then towards the end, when I was about to get to mile 3, I think I was like, okay, I did it. So I was slowing down. It was a lady behind me, and she was like, come on, I've been following you the whole time. You got to keep going, because you're not gonna quit now. And I got goosebumps, and I got like teary-eyed. I'm like, all right, let's go. You can do this. And then I started following her. So she's like right in front of me, and we crossed the finish line pretty much together. She actually hit it 2 seconds before me, and when I went and looked at the rankings, which I had no idea about, she was actually in my age range, and she beat me, and she wound up getting the whatever the medal they gave out for our over time. So I say that to say that was my first 5K experience. If I could have done anything differently, I would have worn something differently. I might put a picture in here. I wore a tank, which I usually don't wear. Did this because I was trying to get out of my comfort zone altogether. So I wore bright colors. I'm usually like in mundane black, blue, things like that. I wear a lot of dark, but my sneakers are always brightly colored and stuff like that. So I'm trying to like break out of my comfort zone, which is why I got the new haircut. I'm just trying to do things differently right now. What I would have done differently is probably wore like a t-shirt maybe, or something differently that I was more comfortable with. I would have had something for my arm. My playlist would have been better. My playlist was bad, and I noticed the songs that I really didn't like. Stopped to concentrate on my watch and trying to change the song, so I would have done a better playlist there. Also, for me personally, I live in Florida and it was hot, so next time I will bring some type of Gatorade, because I am on a plant-based diet, and I don't know if that's why after I do outside activities, like, my body is so depleted. I try not to consume a lot of salt either, so I just really feel like that by me doing that, it didn't help. I came home after the race and I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I get really tired and I feel like really thirsty, so I'm drinking water. I'm like, no, I need like salt. So I went and got Chinese food. I got some General Tso's tofu from the Chinese restaurant, just for salt's sake. But next time, I know there's something called Noom tablets, and it's like electrolyte tablets, so I'm going to get some of those, because yes, I'm going to be running another one, and I want to do a 5K, and I think after that I want to do a 10K. I want to do a 5K kind of knowing what I'm getting into, and then I want to do a 10K after that. And who knows where else this is going. I'm usually like really focused on weightlifting and not too much on cardio, but I feel like it helps with my endurance. And you know, you can learn so many lessons by running. It helps you to just like, I was just thinking like the whole time I was out there, and you know, like I said, I never thought I could run that long and have that much endurance, but I did, and it was pretty cool. That's gonna end this video, is how I ran my first 5K. And those are like my recommendations for if you're gonna run your first 5K. The shoes, don't buy new shoes at all. If you're gonna run a 5K, run in the same shoes that you've been using. If you're not, like, I didn't really train for it, but the same shoes that you've been using to work out in or running in. Don't buy shoes like the day before. If you're gonna do new shoes, maybe a week to kind of break them in. My shoes were good. Like, I did not think about my feet, not one time. There are even times when I go to the gym where if I wear the wrong shoe, like, I'm like, oh, I should have worn the shoe. It affects your whole thing. So don't buy new shoes. It's gonna be tempting, you know. I was tempted to get a new shoe, but I was like, no, I'm just gonna go out here and do this, my regular shoes. And yeah, so don't go out and buy any new shoes or anything crazy and stuff like that. And of course, I'm in a hot climate, but if you're in a hot climate, make sure you have electrolytes and something later on. You don't really need a lot of water. Just hydrate a lot the day before, but afterwards make sure you hydrate even more than you think you should. I think that was my biggest takeaway, biggest mistake that I did, and it kind of messed me up. But I caught it pretty early, so I didn't get like a headache and things like that. So thank you so much for watching. If you want more videos like this, please make sure you leave your comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions about 5K running, follow me on Instagram. I put a link in my bio about that and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.